You, this is Point Black, coming in hard and off the card, coming with the flu, straight from the barrel, and coming with that heat from the damn street. This is PBNN Point Black National News, the late and the great edition and the ghetto edition as well, because this is what we must do. In more ways than one, we coming with the boom bip to the lion ass lip and the backs to crack their backs. Because this is definitely what we must do, as we see. You know what I'm saying? In all ways. We see a lot of things going on out here that should not be going on. You know what I mean? We hear a lot of rhetoric by this creepy ass sucker brand, no more than a damn puppet, if you ask me. You know what I mean? He ain't no more than a damn puppet, if you ask me. In all ways. Him and Gerald Ford and all types of presidents that came through our lifetime, no more facilitating the same garbage then as the same garbage now. You know what I'm saying? They've all been laying in some form of shit. So today, let's take a look at some old news and some early news and some late news in more ways than one. One of the old ones I found that came in, 1 or 2 days ago based on, I'm saying, the late edition, because this is the late edition. And this is how it goes. Now, on this one, on the late edition, we see Governor Hoxall, Mayor, Governor crazy ass Hoxall, and Mayor Adams, greasy head cue ball Adams, and the fall of New York. You know what I'm saying? Mm. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more fall of New York no more than crooked shit going on in a demon democratical state we call New York. You know what I'm saying? Because the Democrats have been running New York for years. And all they have facilitated and did was fuck up black people, if you ask me, and fuck up everybody else except for their racist behavior. You know what I'm saying? And think that, they supposed to. You could even see it when you go to social service and many different programs trying to get ahead or get some kind of way in this country. You could clearly see that. It's a racist vibe. For New York to remain solely demon Democrat, and we know majority of it is under Caucasian control based on the bullshit because they make sure a nigga don't get no play out here on Long Island because they have been facilitating this mind frame of even devaluing the black people based on any political strength. Right here on Long Island, demon democratical run, Long Island. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing a lot of shit to black people out here for years. Many different races of people especially. Because they're racist. The Ku Klux Klan. They're garbage. This is what's been running Long Island for years. You can tell, by how they treat the poor, especially on Long Island. You know what I'm saying? Especially the East End, Riverhead, Southampton, Bridgehampton, East Hampton, you know what I'm saying? All the way through. You know what I mean? To where you've even had some black people that'll even fight you because you stand up for your rights. You know what I'm saying? We got niggas on the bullshit as well. So don't think that Long Island is just for the rich. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of poor people out here struggling as Creep Joe Biden and the rest of these clowns raise the prices, feed the migrants all the jewels and the golds and the diamonds and pearls and everyone else, but screw over the black people all the way through. They're still on the same race as garbage. Don't tell me you're not. Now, today we see Michael Michael Goodwin, one day ago, remember, this is the late edition, you know what I'm saying, comes out with this one on the New York Post. Now, this one says in 1975, you know what I'm saying, New York City on a financial brink, which was caused by the Demon Democrats. I don't care who was in office at the time. This was orchestrated by the Demon Democrats in 1975. You know what I'm saying? Because they have been in office 47 years going all the way back to the 70s. You know what I'm saying? All the way to Richard Nixon and before. You know what I'm saying? They have been running New York right into a racist behavior and discriminatory behavior as well when it comes to everything from housing to health, welfare to health to different programs that can help. You know what I'm saying? All is strictly racist garbage because it doesn't help. Don't let Long Island and East End and Riverhead and these different towns fool you. They never really did much to help black people at all. You know what I'm saying? But they'll help everyone else. So we have to start straightening out Long Island, East End as well. I'm not going to let up off of this one for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because you cannot feed everyone else and screw over the black people like you've been doing, making the world believe that we 3/5 of a human being based on your religion and your constitution. Mark Twain was a jackass. He's one of the people was involved in pushing that myth as well, talking about some Mark Twain. To me, Mark Twain and people like him were jackasses, going around saying we look like this and look like that, so we have relatives, so we're not fully human. What the fuck wrong with you? It's clown ass. But in 1975, the city was on financial break due to the Demon Democrats. Guess who was in office at the time? Gerald Ford. He responded to the desperate plea for help by telling the city in so many words, drop dead. Oh yeah, he was a demon, all right. The famous headline of the day came to mind after creepy nutcase ass Biden snubbed uh, Governor Kathy Crazy Hoxel when she showed up to the White House and demanded federal help for illegal migrant crisis swamping New York. Why you didn't do that for black people? Why you didn't do that for the poor? Why you didn't do that for a great many different vast of people, especially black people here on Long Island, and take your case and ask for mad federal funding so black people can get their homes after being a part of uh, uh, after being the descendants of your so-called invasion of Africa and slaves here on Long Island. Don't think you escaped that because you know what I'm saying. Yes, you did. You're full of shit. You should have compensated the black people a long time ago right here on Long Island. Every black person out here and family should own some kind of home and have benefits based on many different things, not just social service. You have facilitated drugs, guns, and gangs in the neighborhood and allow it to fester and grow in order to make sure that the black people don't get any political help or any kind of help other than social service and fake ass Section 8 that don't help in no shape or form. Now, if you want to do restitution and all this, I notice they ain't talking about reparations too much no more. You notice? Demon Democrats pulling out the black card, making you try to feel good they're going to do something for you. Yeah, right. Okay. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? The crisis is swamping New York. Deal with it is how the Post summed up the president's cruel, fake ass, cheating wannabe president, a cruel response. You know what I'm saying? To me, this is all a fake bunch of bullshit. So let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? But we see creep Joe Biden behavior reeks the second coming of Ford, and it's not only current reminder of previous hard times. In 1993, let's look at this thing here. In 1993, Staten Island, successions, fever, reached a peak during a crime wave, when it felt ignorant, when it felt ignorant by City Hall. Oh, yeah, because that's what I told you. Racism and its foolish. They don't want to heal that. They figure the people cause that, let them sit in it and wallow and die. You know what I'm saying? While they sit on top and talk shit. The move, the movement was later, crucial in the narrow election victory by Republican Rudy Giuliani over incumbent Demon Democrat David Dinkins. Another black man, to me, I don't even know what he did. He might have been a part of the Black Caucus dummies, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But he really didn't do shit to me in more ways than one. I don't care what nobody said. You know what I'm saying? And he was supposed to be a black mayor, a black uh, 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 governor or whatever he was. Mayor, I'm sorry. But as if on cue, succession fever is building there again. Staten Island Republican Nicole, I guess her name is Miller Marlo, what is it? Marlo or whatever, Tasky or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Reflect the spirit after residents denounce City Hall plans to bus migrants a uh, 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 to a shuttered, I guess shuttered or whatever, to a shouted Catholic, I guess, school. Shuttered, no, to a shuttered Catholic school. On, you mean a close? Use the right words. You know what I'm saying? Catholic school on the island. I think um, Staten Island would like to have the opportunity to self-govern, she said. Well, Staten Island ain't no more than a Kathy Hoxer trick going up there trying to clear her dumb ass as far as she going up there talking about she going to talk to Biden. You know what I'm saying? This whole migrant issue comes down to only one thing. They drove those people over here. They shot them up, they kill them, they rape them, they involved with the cartels, creepy Joe Biden and his administration and whoever else is involved, you know what I'm saying, in Mexico, and has been facilitating sex trafficking and slavery for years over there. You know, kidnapping little kids right off the street. You know what I'm saying? You think it's terrible over here? Go over there and live in Mexico City and different places, Laredo and shit. They snatching it and then got the nerve, listen to this, to make a show on TV called Laredo, where they're showing in always how they snatch the most pedophilical city, according to them, which we know it's all over there, you know what I'm saying, and saying that Laredo have kidnapped more young little girls and children and literally sex trafficking and probably eating them too. These retarded ones. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, we know this has been going on. So the government, like I said, the Demon Democrats has a way of playing a two-headed snake. You know what I'm saying? Where they'll, on one hand, be acting as if like they care so much. Come out with all kinds of great speeches and have the elected official up there looking like Superstar Jones. But at the same time, on the other hand, they are deeply involved in sex trafficking and slavery from South America all the way to Africa and even Europe. You wouldn't believe it, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? And then have the nerve to make films and movies and all types of shit showing this. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they're saying, we raping and killing and murdering and snatching kids and slave trafficking and all kinds of crazy shit that we want to do, and ain't shit you gonna do about it. That's the way they do. But the demon Democrats have a way of conning and have been conning black people's brains for years. How many people knew that the demon Democrats voted to keep us in slavery? Number two, they voted against civil rights. They didn't want us to get no civil rights. They voted against that shit. Bottom line. You know what I'm saying? And then when the civil rights came to a head where they couldn't just vote it away anymore, so it went to the filibuster, and they used the filibuster to try to deny us civil rights again. These suckers. Right here on Long Island as well. Don't tell me you didn't. Because we can see the way you carry on out here. And the way you're different people. We ain't going for that no more. You know what I'm saying? We are one nation and one place. And we must now have to stand up for just that. You know what I'm saying? Because every time we enter one of your wars, many times we change the tide of that war. We even showed with the Gullah warriors and many of the warriors from different places like Haiti, Virgin Islands and stuff, had some of the greatest fighting warriors in the world who took on the United States government, the Navy, they took on their army, they took on all of that, and was whooping their behind. But this should have not happened in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But that's the racism that they have been running with ever since. Even during their physical wars amongst themselves, we have fought on either side. The Confederate soldiers had black soldiers in there as well, or whatever they want to call them, because they know we were fighting force. Same thing go in the Union Army. You know what I'm saying? They were getting their ass kicked many times, but once black people entered that war, it changed the tide. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where he should just quit. Donald Trump just got hit with a devastating poll, legal, whatever opinion. Who gives a flying crap? Let's get that straight. Let's get that straight. Nobody gives a flying crap. We know that Donald Trump is standing strong, firm, and how he's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to hear this bullshit. But saying he should quit. Let's go on. Meaning Donald Trump. The first you have a growing number of legal experts and commentators stating that Donald J. Trump, you know what I'm saying, Trumpy Bear, baby, is disqualified from running for office. Okay. You know what I'm saying? This hit the news cycle early in August. However, it seems commentary on this matter is heating up, and many on the GOP side is speaking out, at least quietly and off the record, hoping this be true. Yeah, which Republicans thinking that this will be true, that he should quit and shouldn't be able to run. You full of shit. You garbage ass motherfuckers. You got to get the fuck out of the Republican Party and cut that shit out. Black people need to take them out and replace their ass. Do not re-elect these motherfuckers. I don't give a damn if they're on the Republican side, the Democrat side, the Independent side, and dumbass Andrew Yang need to be kicked out of the United States. Let's just be honest. You garbage, nigga. What Republican would be in there saying this shit about Donald Trump right now? We know for well that you are exposed based on who your affiliation and who pockets you're in. You know what I'm saying? Because you should be standing behind Donald Trump 100% right now. So that tells me there's a lot of crooked ass Republicans that's in that party that needs to come out. And we have to start facing that fact. You know what I'm saying? Just like we have crooked Democrats that needs to get the hell out of our country and get the hell out of government, same thing, we got to go to the Republican Party as well. You know what I'm saying? And we have to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Talk about this is true. So where did this growing movement bubble up from? School, Scholar Williams, I'm sorry, Bard or whatever his name is, and Michael Stokes Paulson, argued in an academy, argued in an academic article that has since gone viral, whatever, whatever. The Section 3, saying, of the 14th Amendment forbids holding office by a former office holder who then participates in it. He did not participate in an insurrection, and you can't prove it, so shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Cut the bullshit out. You know what I'm saying? Talking about insurrection and a rebellion. Yeah, I read the same thing. That's not what it said, and that's not what it means. That constitutional law does not have any bearing on anything to do with the president. The president has immunity from any of your corruptive garbage that you set him up with. And that's point blank. And you cannot stop him from running and being reelected. You know what I'm saying? And all these bullshit ass charges that you got must be vacated. Must be vacated. You know what I'm saying? They are null and void, like Mr. Joe Brown said. You know what I'm saying? The 14th Amendment does not have no holding or bearing over the president's immunity, period. He has full immunity, and he is the boss and the boss alone once he's in that office and holding that title. That you know it. This is just to drag it out so you can sit there and discredit this man in all ways. But it doesn't seem to be working, does it, clown? Anyway, let me move on. But we see Dr. Funky Fuck killing Weasel Fauci, response to a study that said masks did not work. You know what I'm saying? This is coming in by CNN and lying ass news. You know what I'm saying? The crooked ass. Anybody who will be listening to CNN need to check their brain and make sure that it's on straight. Because CNN been lying ever since. Just like creepy Joe Biden, they've been lying as well. But we see the former National Institute of the former jackass of National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease that he's creating and putting on the people and also sterilizing the children. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Funk Fauci, the murder ass Igor killing machine weasel using biological motherfucking vibes. Get out of my face. Discuss mass use with CNN Michael, whatever your name is, as COVID-19 cases rise in 2023. Yeah, because you gave it to them. How else would you have? Let's look at this for a minute. Let's look at this for a minute, because a lot of people like to talk shit, and I like to talk shit right along with you. But let's look at this for a minute. If nobody had taken the vaccine or the vaccine in the first place and had nothing to do with that, you know what I'm saying, we would have had a point of access based on the fact of knowing what viruses are there and what viruses are not. Now we have to do that. Now we have to look at the people who have been vaccinated and see how many of them are popping up, getting sick, going to the hospital, and also saying that they have a new virus in them. We must record this now. You know what I'm saying? I want all family members to record this. Record what happens to you, record what happens to your family member, and record what the analysis is by the doctor. Because once you volunteer, the whole point of access, or the whole point of the access, when I say access, I'm not talking about the access in the people. I'm talking about the access of the virus in the air, floating around, asymptomatic, be systematic, sharing natural and jackass, talking about good, healthy people is getting people sick. all this different story they were telling and so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? That's the access. That's the virus accessing, as they say, coming to us to access our body. But where was the understanding of the regular common people? The regular common people never had a chance to do that. Because once they were able to say there was a pandemic, this is how they get shit popping. Once they say it was a pandemic, you know what I'm saying? Their next move and other moves was to make you believe that there is. Now the only way they can do that is by saying that it's coming in on a ship. Or Como said it was already here, which we know is a lie. He's talking about the boxes of that COVID-19 serum. They already had boxes and boxes all over the world, all over the United States, stored up in probably nursing homes and hospitals. Now, how many people can tell me, and this is why you saw only secular people they were clapping for when they were wheeling them out in the chair saying that they survived the COVID virus by going to the hospital and getting the COVID shot. Which is a lie. We know that. You know what I'm saying? Because CDC full of shit, just like the World Health Organization. You know what I'm saying? They weaponize them people to do this shit to you and into the pretense of the game that was played. That's why they was always on TV. You know what I'm saying? They had square boxes, two of them up here and one down here, and Ivanchi in this box and this one in this box and the Chinese over here. You know what I'm saying? They're garbage, nigga. Let's just be frank. Lucky's not gonna be screaming louder. You garbage. Let's just be honest.